Philadelphia didn't simply avenge their ugly overtime loss to the Chargers on Sunday. They sent a message not just to the local Philly media, but the entire NFL. As Jalen Hurts put together his best performance of the entire season while still giving everybody in the comments a look at Tanner McKee. Plus Vic Fangio's subtle change on defense that might have saved their season, while Kevin Patullo somehow figured out how to sequence plays in a way we haven't seen the entire year. Thomas Mott, this is the Thomas Mott Show. Philadelphia was left for dead literally 1 week ago today, following that overtime ugly loss to the Chargers in LA. After what felt like a lifetime of insane radio takes this week, ranging from bench Jalen Hurts to Tanner McKee, which I guess technically that wish did come true in a way for everybody, to firing Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo, and I guess just throwing the towel in general on the 2025 season. The Birds, however, this Sunday put on a show inside a snowy Lincoln Financial Field and didn't just beat a 2-win Raider team, they dominated every single aspect of that game, all while showing a few new wrinkles that might have just saved their season. And of course, I'm in a great mood. The Birds won. You're in a great mood today. Let's make it even better. It's time for the 110,000 subscriber giveaway, the signed Philly Dogs helmet. And I'm feeling generous, so you have 2 ways to enter to win this bad boy. First, be subscribed, drop a like on today's video, and comment Go Birds down below. And then, to help launch my good friend's new sports trading card channel, a second winner is going to get this bad boy right here, a signed Jahad Campbell rookie Philadelphia Eagle card. All you do, go to his channel, I'll link that down below, subscribe there, like one of his videos, and then comment Go Birds as well. That right there gets you a second entry not only for the helmet, but also for the card. 2 prizes, 2 winners. Again, I'll link all the details down below on what you need to do. Winners announced on Saturday. Good luck. Now, of course, this morning, I'm officially convinced that time is 100% a flat circle. Because last season, Week 14, Philadelphia won, yes, but it was an ugly performance by Jalen Hurts versus the Carolina Panthers. He had just 108 passing yards the entire day, and the media 100% lost its minds entering a Week 15 matchup with an AFC team. Sound familiar? It's exactly the same as this week, a Week 15 matchup coming off a bad offensive performance against yet another AFC team. And of course, just like last season versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, all systems seemingly came together for the first time in December, and Jalen Hurts silenced the critics with maybe one of his best games of the entire year.
Your message last week was, how do you respond? Was that on your mind this week?
Absolutely.
And how do you think you responded?
Responded with a win. So, got to continue to stack those 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time.
And let's be real, it's not like people were being easy on Jalen Hurts this week. After that 5-turnover performance versus the Chargers, did you read my comment section? The amount of people in my comment section in Philadelphia and in local sports talk radio as well, begging to see Tanner McKee was unbelievable and through the roof. And guess what? I guess technically some of you got your wish. Jalen Hurts not only went out and threw 3 touchdown passes, which should have been 4 here. I mean, come on, Dallas Goedert, catch his 4th touchdown right here. He also had 0 turnovers and his best EPA dropback performance of his entire career. For the second time all season, completed a near-perfect QBR. And Jalen did all of that in less than 2 hours and 6 minutes. An extremely quick game. He only needed 3 quarters, and he sent an incredibly loud message to all of his critics this week. I'm still the defending Super Bowl MVP.
Everybody's watching. It just comes with it. And it hasn't changed. You know, I think everybody needs to remember where I come from and how I'm built.
Like I said, he's resilient. Always has been resilient, and I thought he was really good running the offense, being in command out there, just making good decisions with the football, good runs. He had a good game.
For as bad as last week was for Jalen Hurts, and honestly, it was terrible. I said it after the game, maybe the worst of his entire career. Like a true Super Bowl champion, he blocked out all the noise this entire week and delivered his best performance of the entire season. His accuracy, especially deep, absolutely incredible. His quarterback runs timed perfectly. That Jalen Hurts right there on Sunday can lead the Eagles back to the playoffs and 100% compete for back-to-back Super Bowls. And I'll stop you right there. I know what you're going to comment down below. It was the 2-win Raiders. This doesn't mean anything. And if you want to believe that today, go right ahead. That's fine. But if you actually watch the Raiders, I'm not saying that they're good, they still have at least scored points. They've at least been in football games the past couple of weeks versus good teams. That team on Sunday versus Philadelphia was absolutely dominated, and Pete Carroll said so himself after the game.
I think we just got whipped by a really loaded football team, and that on this day had their way. These guys fought their ass off. Hold on. Let me address that because you brought it up. They fought their ass off. That was the result. They didn't stop fighting. That was the result of our play right there. And I have a lot of respect for the roster we just played against. And maybe they didn't look like it in the last couple of weeks or whatever, but they played like they're capable, and we couldn't stop them. And so that's what I saw.
Every Eagle fan today has 2 choices. Choice A is go, it's just the Raiders. That's just a bad football team. Nothing's going to change, blah, blah, blah. Or 2, recognize that that was the best performance overall, all 4 quarters by both sides of the football the entire season. That performance right there is why we have been so frustrated the past couple of weeks, because we know the talent could play that well, and I guess it finally did. Also, I want to give a massive shout out to one of my favorite sponsors all year long, and that, of course, is SeatGeek. Which, honestly, PSA here, the season's almost over for our birds. Hopefully they play in January, but we're in December, not many home games left, so why SeatGeek is here to help. And you guys know this, but my favorite reason, number 1 reason to use SeatGeek, in my opinion, it's their rating system, scale of 1 to 10. It makes finding deals and not getting ripped off on expensive tickets way, way easier. Just look for the green dot. That's all you have to do. Green dot, that's the best deal. Yellow, and maybe red, stay away. Avoid those, go with the green dots. Plus, it's also perfect for all the other Philadelphia events like the Flyers and the Sixers, as well as comedy shows and music festivals with over 70,000 listed events. And per usual, I came through, I hooked you guys up with 10% off your tickets. Use my promo code Mott10 at checkout. And it's really simple. Just use your phone, click the link down below in my description box, download the SeatGeek app, and add promo code Mott10 to your account. That way you get my promo code and you can use it the next time you buy tickets. Super easy, right there on your phone. I love SeatGeek. I use it. Hopefully I can use it for a playoff run. We'll see. But check my link down below in the description box and try SeatGeek today. I mean, I'll stand by my takes all season long. The Kevin Patullo's play design, it has been vanilla, and we 100% have every right to be upset about it, because honestly, it has. The past 2 weeks, something has 100% clicked. With staying under center, a season-high 30 plays versus the Raiders, actually the most ever in any game under Nick Sirianni, and seemingly, for whatever reason, figuring out how to finally scheme guys wide open the first time all year. Maybe, just maybe, Kevin Patullo, Nick Sirianni, and Jalen Hurts have finally figured things out. Finally figured out a way to get this offense kick-started and moving the football down the field. Because if those play calls and that execution continues, everything changes for this loaded Eagle offense. Plus, isn't it crazy how if you don't have negative yards on a first down play and you don't have a billion penalties, they had just 3 in this game, the offense can sustain 10-plus play drives. It's crazy what execution actually does.
The most important thing was we did a better job on earlier downs of being more consistent in the run game. And gotta give credit to KP and those guys for sticking with it. We had some negative runs, but and I feel like that helps. Even though we have some negative runs, some muddy runs, sticking with it and let us get rolling, I feel like helped the offense today.
Obviously, we were successful and we're in front of the sticks and able to convert on third down, and that's when you get drives going and you convert on third down and are explosive, take care of the football, good things happen. That's why you can get the amount of runs that you get and all those different things.
Once you just can stay ahead of the sticks, play with tempo, move the ball, you can get a lot more run, and I think that plays to our advantage for sure.
I have no idea what the next month and a half, 2 months maybe holds for Philadelphia. They could 100% revert back to their old ways on Saturday, and all of you negative people in the comments could say, "We told you so," and the radio host would go, "Oh, we should have benched Jalen Hurts." This also could be a tipping point, and I hope it is. As an Eagle fan, wanting them to be successful, this needs to be the tipping point, and they need to roll everybody the rest of the way, look good, and get into the postseason. And if they do, anything is possible. Because if we're being honest, the one consistency all season long has been the Philadelphia defense. And again, it's the Raiders. It's Kenny Pickett, the same Kenny Pickett a week ago that led a beautiful touchdown drive versus the Broncos defense, but whatever. This defensive unit in Philadelphia, I think it's better than the 2024 unit. And honestly, I'm fully convinced. Like 2024, it's going to go down in history. They were great in the postseason, but the secondary, year 2 with Coop and Q, it seems leagues better. And Quinton Mitchell was thrown at twice yesterday and allowed 1 catch for 7 yards. Even Adoree Jackson, the last 2 weeks, he's allowed just 5 catches for 44 yards and no touchdowns. Right now, you cannot throw against the Eagles secondary. And you sure as heck better pass protect, because the same unit that had just 11 sacks through the first 7 weeks of the season has 24 the last 7 weeks in total, and is absolutely bullying people up front week after week.
We know we're a good defense, a great defense, and we've just kind of been ramping it up all season, and to have a game like that really showed where we're at.
It's great defensive performance. I don't think that's something that you can dismiss or undervalue, not look forward to give up 75 total yards of offense and lead the game with a goose egg on the board. You couldn't ask for nothing more. So glad we were able to compliment them on the other side of the ball today.
Which, can we be honest for a second? Philadelphia has 100% found this subtle little change of lining Brandon Graham up at defensive tackle that has completely changed everything. 2 weeks ago, Jalen Carter's out. Vic Fangio decided, you know what, let's give BG some defensive tackle snaps on obvious third down passing situations. And my goodness, the ageless wonder is bullying guards the past 2 weeks one-on-one. Yesterday, 2 sacks, 2 quarterback hits, and a TFL. That again is without Jalen Carter on the field next to him. Imagine the same package, but with JC on a cold evening at Lincoln Financial Field.
I don't know how many times in his career he's played inside at D tackle, but it worked today. So it was pretty cool to see.
It means everything. The more weapons you have, the harder it is for an offense to guard you. And having such a great guy like that around you guys, you guys feel it. The energy is contagious.
Awesome. Two of them at his age and being able to come back. I think someone like Brandon, he's serves more value than just his presence and his leadership. He's still a hell of a player, and I'm glad he's able to feel that personally for himself and set the tone in a way for our team.
We forget that Brandon Graham, until the injury in the Rams game last season, was statistically the Birds' best pass rusher. He had the most sacks. He had the best stats last season. Then he got hurt. We thought he'd be retired. Age, it's going to be a problem. What he has done the past 2 weeks, after finally getting his sea legs underneath him, he looks like 2024 pre-injury Brandon Graham. And if he sustains this going forward, again, playing some defensive tackle snaps as well, they're going to have to figure things out because JC, he's going to get double whenever he comes back and he's healthy. That's one-on-one with guards, and Brandon Graham, he's winning those battles right now.
It was cool. I feel like my training camp has been over with now. I'm just trying to contribute, and if it's on the field or off the field, whatever it is, to try to help the guys. And just we having some fun right now. I'm just happy we got back into the win column.
I mean, even if you want to just discredit Jalen Hurts' best performance of the entire season, or even the fact that Saquon Barkley tanked Bigsby, fun seeing him, and the Birds' offensive line finally got things going. They were moving people the past 2 weeks. This Eagles defense is, and I'll keep saying this, has been extremely dominant the entire season. All you got to do, take away the second half versus the Dallas Cowboys, kind of fluky, and the Bears game, that was ugly, and they've been putting it to good offenses literally week after week after week. And that unit alone, even if you don't believe in Kevin Patullo, and again, I'm not fully bought in here, I'm hoping he's turned a page, but if you don't buy into Kevin Patullo, you hate Jalen Hurts, this defensive unit alone can win you a playoff game, and when combined with a clean, executed well offensive performance that we saw on Sunday, they can win you multiple. And all this happened on the same day that potential first-round playoff opponents for the Birds all had varying degrees of bad days. Seattle needed a 6th field goal to barely beat 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. The 49ers gave up 24 points on defense to Cam Ward and the worst offense in the Titans. And the Packers, this is brutal but true, lost Micah Parsons to an ACL injury and maybe any momentum they possibly could have had going into January. Oh, and the Cowboys, they gifted the Eagles yet another loss, a chance for Philadelphia, with the magic number being 1 to outright win the division this coming Saturday. Overall, this was a pretty great Sunday for the Birds. It took me a day or two to get over the Charger loss last week and, this whole idea of doom and gloom and fire everybody and the season is over, to actually look down the corridor, and I said it on my show. I think they can get things going. And if they could just kickstart it versus the Las Vegas Raiders, anything is possible because the final 3 games, final 4 with the Raiders, are very, very bad opponents, including the Buffalo Bills. We'll talk about them in a couple of weeks. And guess what? They did. And all the critics about Jalen Hurts and all the critics about Kevin Patullo, not saying he's absolved, but it finally came together. They looked incredible. And now anything's possible. If they can use this as a springboard going forward, they can win playoff games. And they're going to host a playoff game for sure. They're going to win the division, hopefully this coming weekend. And if the cards fall correctly, they could be the 3 seed, they could be the 2 seed. The 1 seed is getting out of reach, but still technically in play. If you are sitting here on a Monday and not convinced Philadelphia has a chance to go on a run, just not a fun week to have. Try and have some fun today. Philadelphia won. They looked good. That team right there on Monday, executing that well, they can win a lot of games going forward. Now, of course, plenty more stuff happening the next couple of days and weeks, including huge giveaways this week. Signed giveaways this week. Winners announced on Saturday. Super easy to enter each video this week. Drop a like, be subscribed, comment, go Birds, get in on this one. And then my buddy's channel, one of my good best friends from college. I think his channel is going to be pretty interesting if you're a trading card fan. I'll link it all down below. All the details on how to enter to get a second entry here and enter for the Jahad Campbell signed, hard to see with the light there, but signed rookie card. 2 incredible gifts, or I should say 2 incredible giveaways. Watch out for scammers. I will announce the winners myself on my show on Saturday, so best of luck. I'm Thomas Mott, pumped here on a Monday. You got to be feeling good. This has been the Thomas Mott Show.